And it is 24 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, all the way from upstairs.
All the way from upstairs.
Barbara
Two
Gomez,
flights of stairs.
Director of MainStreet Roswell, in studio with us today. Good morning.
Oh, well, good morning, Mike. How are you today?
Doing good. Well, tonight's, normally it's the first of the month, and we have First Friday and things, but it's Fair Week.
It is Fair Week.
So there's a lot going on at the fairgrounds. So
Right.
I think that's where everyone's attention is going to be focused on tonight and today and things like that.
Probably. But we still want to tell everybody what's going on Main Street and just to let you know.
Yeah, there's still going to be fun stuff.
There's fair. Halloween's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Jazz Festival this month, so there's a lot going on. So our theme I'd like to say First Friday, but the whole month will be Jazz It Up on Main Street. So, because there's a lot of jazz going on.
Absolutely. And this is something that I don't think people really fully realize.
Mm-hmm.
Jazz Festival, which is done and put together by the Roswell Symphony Orchestra. This is kind of one of their big local public events.
Right.
They do every year. But here's the part I'm trying to get people to understand. The RSO is kind of a big deal.
It is.
It's called the Roswell Symphony Orchestra, but in all fairness, it's more like the New Mexico Symphony Orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
It is really this state of New Mexico's symphony orchestra. They have orchestra members from all over New Mexico, all over even outside of New Mexico, and Texas, and I think Arizona, and maybe even Utah and Colorado and those areas. But they have people that come all
and
over
are part of all of that.
to come be a part of the Roswell Symphony Orchestra. So yes, it's Roswell Symphony Orchestra and it's Roswell, but it's much bigger than Roswell.
It is.
Yeah.
And actually, talking about the Jazz Festival, I'm not part of that, but I did do a little bit of research on them just to see what all they had going on. But if you look at roswelljazz.org, they have their full schedule there. And they have some free events. They have some paid events, some that you have to pay to walk into. But some of the free ones that are happening is actually going to be October the 13th on Thursday. They're going to be at Reichman, I always say that wrong. Reichman Park.
Which is actually this little park between 3rd and 4th Street.
Right here at 300 block of North Main Street. But they have a whole list of people that are going to be singing there that day and playing there from 11 a.m. all the way to 3:45.
Oh, cool.
So they're going to be there for free. So if you say, you know what, I can't afford a ticket, but I'd love to hear these guys.
Sure.
So they have a whole schedule of different people that will be singing that day at Reichman Park.
Okay.
Also, if you would like to buy a ticket, on Wednesday, October the 12th, they will be at Stellar Coffee.
Okay.
And they do have just a few more tickets left over. They will also be at Pecos Flavors,
on
winery
2nd Street there.
on 2nd Street. So
which is that still technically in the Main Street corner, or is it just outside?
It's a little outside.
I know it's technically out, but it's still part of it.
Well, it was. Remember, it was on Main Street at one point, and then they moved. And then they moved. So we kind of still include them and let people know what's going on.
They are a
out
local business that does a lot of great stuff for our community.
They do.
And just because their location's a block or two south of everything, or west of everything, technically.
Right.
That's okay.
That's okay. And they participate on a lot of different things that we have going on. So we always try to include them as well.
Absolutely.
So just a few things in case you didn't know. This, like I said, this is Jazz It Up Friday. But our businesses have a lot of things going on. So one of the things that we have going on, and imagine that, it's called Socktober.
Okay.
I think it's kind of a cool flyer. They're collecting new socks all month long. It says over 600,000 Americans are homeless and don't have basic needs. And I understand just from being out there and working with the Homeless Coalition that one of the most asked for items for homeless people is socks and underwear.
Yeah, I hear the same thing. Because let's face it, how many of us know when you're camping or out and about, and once your socks are wet and ruined, and like the rest of your day is ruined. So, and then and let's face it, when you have socks that are worn out, wet, all that, it causes a lot of conditions to your feet, and it's a big issue. So yes. It is something very needed. So if you've got extra socks and things that are worthy of donating, please drop them off.
So it's going to be all month long, you guys.
Okay.
So it's all
you don't
month
have to do it
long.
just tonight.
You don't have to do it tonight.
October.
You can do it all month long. So it's a really cool project that Imagine That is putting together right
Nice.
here on Main Street.
So bring us your socks.
So bring us your socks.
Not your holy socks. Not your church socks.
Right.
But good, serviceable, clean
That's
socks.
right, clean socks.
And think about it, since they're going for homeless and things, and we're starting it in the cooler months.
Yeah, it's
if
a
you got
good
the
time to
wool
do
socks, the heavier duty socks, those are probably. All socks are great, but But if you're thinking about or have them, maybe those ones that are more for cold weather, kind of thicker wool socks, things like that. Ones that and to be honest, wool is one of the few. I know this from scouting and everything. One of the few fabrics that retains warmth while you're wet.
Wow.
So wools are pretty good.
So they're not scratchy anymore, are they? Or
No,
I think they've changed it now a little bit,
make
so
them
it can
smooth.
make
They
them
can make them.
smooth. So they're
Usually,
not,
like socks and pajamas and things like that, they make out of wool. Are generally more softer
or
and
softer.
flush. And, soft to the touch.
Right. So here we are. We've been going from really hot weather to wet and already fall. You were talking about for farmers market. Yes, this Saturday is our
Tomorrow's the
last
last one.
So let's hope we don't get rained out. But knock on wood. So if you did not get a chance to get your green chili, this is your last weekend to do that. Grace Farm comes down. They roast chilies, and what else? What else says fall other than pumpkins?
Oh, yeah.
Green chili.
Green chili, yeah.
Green
so get
chili.
your green chili.
Get your green chili.
I'm sure there'll be some pumpkins and some fall fruits and veggies all over the place out there tomorrow.
Yeah, you know what they brought them for the Chili Cheese Festival? So there's pumpkins all over the place already.
Okay, good.
So come on down that Saturday morning from, I guess they're open at 7 a.m. They get there pretty early to 11.
Yeah.
So talking about fun fall things that are available, the farmhouse on 2nd Street has what they call car freshies. So you know what I'm saying? The little car fresheners.
Like an air freshener?
Like an air freshener.
Okay.
And they have a whole new stock of fall scents. So they have candles and lots of really nice smelly things.
Okay.
So if you've not been there, it's over on 2nd Street, right off of Main, going east.
Okay.
I always get my stuff mixed up. And for those of you that are still needing to get out to the fair, they've got some really cool T-shirts and pants for the fair that you might want to wear.
So get you faired up first by going there.
Yeah, go by there and get you
fair.
a couple of things and get out there and have some fun times. So also on Main Street, she's not singing jazz, but Marie Manning will be singing tonight at the gallery on Main Street from 4:30 to 5:30.
Okay.
And there will also be having some arts and crafts for kids there tonight as well.
Yeah, she's great with the kids and families.
Yeah,
and
Marie's great with kids. Plus, if you've not heard her sing, she really has an amazing voice.
She's got eclectic music. It's like kind of indie pop to a little country,
a little bit of everything.
She's an artist. When that's what she does.
She really does.
She does a great job of singing songs and like she's perfect for like setting the tone for like just a little get together or gathering or I think of like major big campfires. You get that person that can just conduct. She's that kind of person.
She can play the guitar and sing both. So
she's that kind of person.
It's really great. She helps us to set up our music.
She's been a volunteer at MainStreet Roswell.
She's been a volunteer for years, but
worked for it. She's been a lot.
And she works also. So thank you, Marie, for everything that you do. I wanted to talk about Stellar Coffee. I did talk about what they had going on during the Jazz Festival, but they are also, I noticed on their Facebook, they say they're missing you a latte.
Okay.
So you need to get over there and get a latte, get some coffee from them.
Get a lot of lattes.
Get a lot of lattes. And right now they have some really cool specials that are all kind of fallish, kind of Halloween-y like drinks that they have going on.
Kind of your fall flavors and the pumpkin spice style, those type drinks.
And they are having on October the 12th, they're having a pumpkin painting party.
Okay.
Say that 3 times really fast.
Right, without getting in trouble.
But they're having all kinds of fun stuff going there at Stellar. And of course, Apple Blossom, which is right here on Main Street, which is 309 North Main Street. They have some really beautiful fall arrangements. If you're thinking about, getting a thank you bouquet for somebody or just thinking of you, a really beautiful fall bouquet would be perfect.
Absolutely.
So go and see them. They have smaller ones. They have bigger ones. And so I think we should remember, our floral shops right here on Main Street.
Absolutely, we got some great ones.
We have a couple of them on Main Street. Now, I just had a visit yesterday with a really interesting group, and sometimes you forget about people that are on the outskirts of our district, okay? One of them on the south side is Rugged Trade Workwear.
Oh, yeah, they do. They got all kinds of great oil field and work clothing, things like that.
Well, don't underestimate them, you guys. They have so many wonderful things in there. I walked in there going, whoa, I didn't know you had this, talking about socks. not only do they have thick, good socks that you need for work.
Right.
And actually, by the way, when I was there yesterday, there was a lot of men that work for the city of Roswell buying socks.
They were loading up on socks,
and
huh?
getting gloves and things like that they need. But like I said, don't underestimate them. They have boots. They have jeans. They have hats. And actually, what I learned yesterday is they have some scrubs.
Oh, okay.
For people that are nurses, workwear.
That isn't all just out in the field.
It's not all out in the field.
Of course, Western wear, if you love the Western wear. And then but if you need medical scrubs, things like that for your job.
Right.
Rugged Trade, they got you covered too.
They had some great ones. I've told my husband, he's a nurse. So if you're looking for scrubs and you're saying there's no place here in town to buy some, go check them out. They're really great folks. They have a lot of great items to pick from. They do have a few women's things like some shoes. I can't remember what they're called. They're the really comfy shoes. I'm sorry, I can't think what they're called. But they have some for men and some for women.
Okay.
They have boots. They have jeans.
Are they the mini Tonkas?
They're not mini Tonkas.
Okay, but same
kind of
feel.
Idea. Yeah.
Okay.
Easy slip-on shoes that are very, very comfortable.
Okay.
But what I was visiting with them about yesterday is we are all working, and I know it's kind of early in the month. Of course, it's the first Friday. But we're all looking forward to Halloween.
Absolutely.
And what's going on, what's going to be happening. So we're going to be working with Rugged Trade on an event that they would like to put together for the whole Main Street.
Okay.
It's going to be called the Monster Bash.
Monster Bash
Block Party.
Okay.
So we're working on a lot of that. Maybe I can come back later on, Mike, and tell you all about that.
Yeah.
But it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, family fun with contests and dressing up, costume contests and that type of thing.
So is the idea to get maybe other businesses to participate and then you kind of do like trick-or-treating and things?
Sure. We're going to do kind of like a trick-or-treating. We're also going to do kind of like a scavenger hunt, but it's not going to be where you sign up, where you have to take a picture with maybe somebody from that store.
All right.
And you have so many pictures you have to take showing that you've gone to the different participating establishments downtown.
So you get it's a double win. So you get a picture and you get a piece of candy.
Yeah, and you might have a chance to win some great prizes that we're working on right now. So this is the new idea that we just worked on just yesterday. Now, also, if you want something new and exciting, Moon Man received a whole new array of pins.
Okay.
People collect pins. Everybody's out at the
UFO Festival's always big, or Balloon Fiesta, or the fair, or any of that. Yeah.
But anything that says Roswell, I love tacos or whatever, you can find it there.
Nice. So make your own and get your collectibles.
From Moon Man.
Yeah.
Now, there's a little spot on the other side of town, which, I was talking about the south side on Main Street, but Richardson from 2nd Street, well, even further all the way down, is part of the Main Street corridor.
Yes, it is.
So there's some businesses there.
And there's a lot of great hidden gems back in that area,
Oh, there are. That area, we're hoping to do a little bit more revitalization in that area. Maybe.
And it's kind of already started, with some of the businesses and things down there.
There's a few empty buildings there that people are looking at to move into. And so we're really excited about that. But the miniature museum.
Yes.
Have you ever been there, Mike?
I have. It's been a year or two, but yeah, it's a cool little place. It's run by the same people that run the Anderson Museum.
That's true.
But it literally is, it's got the little bit of the feel of that Ripley's Beaver Knot where you're seeing artwork and things in these tiny forms, but it's really about collecting and collecting things. And so you see these beautiful little thimbles and things that are
teeny tiny,
miniature. Yeah. And it is a cool museum if you've never been in there and checked it out.
But
it's worth a trip.
I did talk to Nancy today, and they do have what they call the bird show. And that is coming to an end really soon. But they have all kinds of birds. They have ceramic birds. They have wood birds. They have birds made out of acorns. They have all kinds of birds. So if that is your thing, you need to go by there and see them.
It's a fun museum. Just check it out.
Yeah, just go check it out.
You might get a bit with a bug of wanting to try to replicate or do some of that stuff or collect your own versions of it or something. So be warned, you might get way into it, but it is pretty cool.
But they have some really, I think if you did not see it, and another shout out to the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, they put out that Roswell Now magazine. If you have not read that magazine from cover to cover, you need to. It's
really, it's something when you get it in the mail each quarter, just don't send it right to the garbage. So,
Right.
I would say for all you bathroom readers, And there's a lot of you out there. I know we don't want to admit it. I'm one of them. I'm like the treasurer of the club. But anyway, just take that magazine.
Yes.
And just keep it by your bathroom, wherever you keep things you want to read in the bathroom that isn't your phone or tablet.
Right.
Put that there, and that way the next time nature calls, you can go and pick an article, and each article is probably going to be about a trip. So you got a few visits, and you got something, and you learn about everything. Each issue is different about people happening.
They highlight a business, and sometimes you kind of go, "Oh, I didn't even know that business was there. Is that new?"
Yeah.
So make sure you look at that. But thank you, Roswell Chamber of Commerce, for what you do to support the community of Roswell.
If you have a mailbox in Chaves County,
you should have received
You should receive one. And if you do not, call the chamber, and they'd be happy to make sure you get one.
that's a huge undertaking of putting one of those in everybody's mailbox. So that's great.
It's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, so heading the other way, if you guys go out to the fair and you didn't get a chance to eat, come on back down. Get you something on Main Street. Go to Pepper's Grill.
Yeah.
Pepper's Bar and Grill. Right across the street from there is the Paleteria.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you do not know what they have in there, it's an amazing little place.
It's pretty good, yeah.
It's really, really good. They have a natural or fresh type of strawberries. What do they call those? Popsicle-like things.
The ice.
They're like...
I don't remember the name, but I know what you're talking about.
They're like fudgesicles, but they're more like, they have strawberry, they have banana, they have pineapple, they have fruit cups. They have all kinds of really great food in there.
Absolutely. Yeah, check it out. If you're hungry in Main Street corridor, it's kind of your own fault between, like I said, Peppers and the Paleteria, Stellar Coffee, El Toro Bravo, Backdraft Barbecue, Martins.
Well,
there's so
Martins
many.
is like a staple here in Roswell. Everybody comes home for the holidays. Where do they head to? Martins, or one of the Mexican food places.
This is my opinion, best huevos rancheros in town are at Martins.
Really?
Because they put the green chili stew option as one of your choices. And it's a game changer in my opinion, for huevos rancheros. So if you're a connoisseur of huevos rancheros, you've never had it at Martins, go to Martins. And then if they say red, green, or green chili stew, go green chili stew. They'll pour that on there.
Do they really?
And it's a 10.
You have to be able to handle that kind of hot, though.
It's not that spicy.
It isn't really, because sometimes they're green chili stew.
It can get warm, but for the most part, it's if I can handle it, you're fine.
Okay. Oh, no. A good friend of mine likes to say to me, I can't handle anything. I'm a Texan. But I've been here long enough that I can say I'm a New Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I still can't handle too hot.
Well, if spice isn't thing, like I said, it is green chili and sometimes
what do you do
get a little spicier. But every time I've had it, I never walked out of there going, oh my gosh, my mouth is on fire. I'm just like, I'm happy and dumb, and usually waddling because I'm pretty full at that point. So it's really one of my favorites in town is the Martins Huevos Rancheros.
And just another shout out about our green chili. My son works with a lot of nurses that are new, and so does my husband. And a lot of times people move into New Mexico and they're like, what is the big deal with this green chili? What is this big deal with everything that you do everything green chili? But I think once you've had a plate of it or had a burrito with it, you just can't wait to have more.
To be honest, and some people are going to be a little mad at me for this, and that's okay.
Okay.
Because I'm saying what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not a huge jalapeno guy. Like the taste of jalapenos, it's not a heat thing. It's the taste. Mm-hmm. And to me, a green chili tastes 1,000 times better than a jalapeno chili. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, why are we even messing with jalapenos?
Yeah. Well,
forget the poppers made from green. But let's we got rellenos. Let's make a green chili popper version.
Right.
And let's cut out the jalapeno and go green chili.
They do. They do the green chili strips. They fry those up. Those are really good.
I just think, why are people still eating jalapenos when there's green chili? Because, and don't get me wrong, I like a good popper as much as that. But you eat a jalapeno pepper by itself and then eat it doesn't taste anywhere as good as a green chili pepper. It actually gives you flavor. To me, jalapenos just brings heat to a game. It doesn't bring taste. Green chili, you got both.
Both. You have both.
That's the difference.
But something really interesting, my husband and I were at Martins, because you have to go to Martins at least once a week. That's all there is to it. And there was a table sitting next to us. I don't know where they were from, but the one lady was saying, do you know what you're eating, to somebody else that was there? And he's like, no, I don't know. It's a chile relleno. Yeah. And she said to him, it's a poblano chili stuffed with cheese and fried. And I was like, No.
Shut your mouth.
No. Poblano.
No.
No. I had to pull my waitress over and say, go tell them.
Go correct them.
Go correct them. You can't be Poblano.
Teach them the ways.
I mean, I've had one of those in Texas before, so they are not hot. They're like a bell pepper.
And they're not a chili relleno.
They are not a chili relleno.
That is a poor substitute.
That's true.
I mean, in a pinch, that's what you got. That's what you got. But if you're in New Mexico, it better be a green chili.
Right.
That thing's encased in.
Well, just one more big shout out. McDonald's coffee.
McDonald's, yeah.
I have to tell you, McDonald's is one of my favorite places here in town. It is the end of our corridor, which is the going north.
And probably your
on 8th Street.
Busiest volumed restaurant in the Main Street corridor. They have more people going in and out of that place on a given day than probably any other place in town, I'm thinking.
They do. So. And you know what? Those people that work there are awesome. I drive by there and I've asked them, can I take pictures of you? Because I want to put together a collage of some of my favorite McDonald's
people at McDonald's.
The people at McDonald's.
The hard workers there.
Because they're there. They're fast. They're efficient. I mean, they're so fast sometimes. If you wait more than 5 minutes, you're going, what is taking so long here? Because you're so used to the fast
Well, that's
service.
the thing. I mean, it's let's face it. Every McDonald's on the planet, every once in a while messes up an order. That's just life. It happens.
That's just life.
But if you think about the volume of people that go through there on a given day, and as quick and and as good as they do it,
yes.
Okay,
and it's
I know everyone hears
time.
about the one time that they got their order wrong, but there's probably 1,000 orders in between that didn't. You know what I'm saying? And that's impressive. That
is
the
impressive.
sheer volume of people that come through there and to get it right almost every time is. I mean, sure, everyone wants perfection, but. I mean, we're humans, and that's not achievable.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's a national corporation, but don't forget, you guys, we have our local people that work there, local Roswell people that spend their money here in town, and that remember.
And invest back.
What's that?
The Snowburger family.
Yes, they give back so much.
The Snowburger Foundation, which the owners of are your local McDonald's, if you're not aware. They do so much back into the community with that stuff. Right. So every time you're going and getting your Big Mac or waiting and holding out for the adult Happy Meal or any of those things you get at McDonald's, all of that is investing back in the community.
Right. And when
as much as everything else.
And when you're sitting at that drive-through, do not forget, if you've not seen it yet, if you don't do the drive-through very often, go around the other side and you'll see the most incredible mural that they got painted there.
Yeah, they did about 6 months ago.
Yeah, about 6 months ago. Yeah. It's a beautiful mural. So get out there and look at that.
Yeah.
Lots of wonderful things happening on Main Street and in Roswell. So you guys get out.
Absolutely. Come out and, like you said, we're not having like a full-blown First Friday tonight like
not
normally
usual,
would.
But we will be coming up November and December. Yeah. Huge things coming up.
But still some great sales going on today. Still merchants.
All month long.
Visit, come by. If you can't make it today, like you said, come all month long. And just come be a part. Support the Main Street corridor. I guarantee if you haven't gotten out of your car and just walked up and down the Main Street corridor in the last 6 months, you're probably missed out on a bunch of new stuff. There's so many new businesses. There's so many businesses that have been there a long time that have been serving community members for years, but there's a lot of new little intricate shops in there, you said. Well, you were talking about some earlier.
Cookies, there's breads, there's barbecue. You could get all kinds of great things to eat. We're working hard on trying to encourage a few, maybe, breweries or something like that to bring more food to Main Street. Yeah. But you guys be looking out because we're getting ready to put up Christmas lights soon. You're going to get started feeling like Christmas. Of course, that's after Thanksgiving, so don't start too soon. But just know that we are working hard to make Main Street a fun place for you to come and visit.
So I'm kind of curious because I think one of the biggest, First Friday and all that, that's what Main Street's known for. But I think if you've lived any amount of time in Roswell, one of the biggest things that Main Street Roswell does is the lighting of the Christmas, the Christmas lighting.
The Christmas lighting
for the Main Street corridor, Excel Energy and things. They've partnered and worked and helped out a lot.
Right.
When is all that getting into place for this year?
The first Friday
in December. That's
December.
When so they'll be working probably
all through
probably about November time. You'll start seeing them downtown, putting lights in the trees and doing all that.
Putting Santa Claus hats on our poles and
the good news. And this is what I like. It's because what they do, it's all white lights. So it's not. It's festive holiday, but it's not like in your face Christmas, if that makes sense.
Right.
So what I like about it is they keep the lights up through like February.
Yeah.
So even though you're long not thinking about Christmas in mid-January, when you come down on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, any night downtown, those lights are still lit, and it's a beautiful trip just coming down Main Street.
Just coming down Main Street.
Yeah.
And it's become really a photo destination for people getting married, for pictures, for any great occasion, you know.
Main Street at night during December, January, February is a pretty
take
place.
Some awesome pictures right down Main Street. So, people have asked, can't you keep them up all the time? Well, you know, those are sponsored, so when we run out of money, you know what I'm saying? You can't keep them up
Someone's got to pay that light bill, and it's not cheap.
Somebody's got to, and that's a lot for that many lights.
We would love to. It's just not feasibly a feasible option at this point.
That's right. It's not. But a lot coming up, you guys. Come down Main Street. Come visit us. Come check us out. Come grab a T-shirt.
Absolutely. And then don't forget your final opportunity to get locally grown produce and things.
And hope they don't get rained out.
On the courthouse lawn will be tomorrow morning. 7 a.m. is when everything gets underway.
7 to 11.
If you want the produce, if that's your goal is to get as much green chili or produce as you can, do not wait until 9, 10 o'clock to come down. Get there at 0700.
Yep.
Come hungry and get your burrito in your gut, and then book it on over to the various booths and do your shopping then. If you just want to come and do a little leisure shopping, support some nonprofits, maybe pick up a vegetable or two, sleep in a little bit, come on in later.
Yeah.
But if your quest is to get vegetable X or amount of this, then you better be there at 0700 when all the people like you are wanting the same thing are there, because you hear the term, the early bird gets the worm. This is exactly what they're talking about. It's farmer's market on a Saturday morning at 700. So.
That's right.
But yes, this is our last one to enjoy for 2022 season, and we're very happy to. So before you head out to the fair tomorrow and all that, swing on by the courthouse lawn and get your produce on and come out and support all those great nonprofits and other entities that come out each and every Saturday.
That's right.
Good deal. If you have any questions about anything we talked about here or anything Main Street or Roswell related, there's several different ways to get a hold or contact. The Main Street Roswell Facebook page is always a good resource.
Yes, a good way to send us a message.
Yeah.
You can look at our website if you have questions. That is MainStreetRoswell.org.
O-R-G,
O-R-G, or you can send me an email at ed@MainStreetRoswell.org. Also, call us.
Absolutely.
Call us if you have questions.
If you haven't liked and followed the Facebook page, do that, because
please do.
That way you can get, whenever Main Street has a new event or has something going on or a special exclusive deal at one of the Main Street merchants, the first place that usually goes out is on that Main Street Roswell Facebook page.
It does.
So if you want to be the first to know what's going on, that's your best resources to like and follow that page. And then, of course, if you have questions or want to volunteer, want to get involved.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I need volunteers. So if you're out there and you're saying, you know what, I'd like to help out with Main Street in some way.
Okay.
Maybe I can help put out the lights. Maybe I can help decorate the light poles. Maybe I can help with a Halloween event. I just want to help out. Mike, we don't get monetary value from volunteers, but there is monetary value placed on volunteerism.
Absolutely.
And that is recognized, and that is also helps us to be able, whenever we're wanting to ask for money from the city, from the state, even federal money, they want to know, how many volunteers do you have? How many volunteer hours? And that equals out, I'm saying, let's say it's like $25 an hour per volunteer. You don't pay them that, but that's a monetary value they give them. And actually, I think it's more than that now.
Okay.
And you can turn around and say, so with us volunteers, we had a monetary value of $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 worth of that would have been paying somebody for.
Okay.
So volunteerism is huge. So don't
absolutely.
If you're not working or you're retired, we want you. If you're busy and you want to do a little something, we want you as well.
There's not one single event that Main Street Roswell does that would happen without the impact of the volunteers.
That's right, because there's not that many of us.
That chili
cheese
festival we just enjoyed a week or two ago, to every Saturday morning out here for the farmers market, to every first Friday, to UFO festival, to all of that. It takes a bunch of volunteers. Great. I'll even say this. when you walk down Main Street and you see the pots are planted with flowers and all, volunteers do all that.
That's
kind
right.
Of stuff.
That is
That's
Main
what
Street
they
Roswell.
do. Yeah, that's Main Street Roswell. Like the bottle cap stuff and all that. That's kind of wrapping up now. But,
actually, just a quick thing. It's not wrapping up.
Oh, good. They're going to
It's not wrapping up.
Okay.
The company that we're doing the bottle caps with went out of business, but they informed us that somebody else bought them out, and we'll continue that.
So it might be a little hiatus, but they'll be back here once
they'll
they
be back.
Get back
So if you have bottle caps sitting around that you've been saving forever, please
don't throw them away.
Don't throw them away.
Hold on to them.
Take them to the chamber. Take them to Southwest Print.
Okay.
We're still kind of hoping to have more benches.
Okay.
Maybe some trash receptacles.
Okay.
So we have other things that we'd like to do with those bottle caps. So
Good.
don't throw them out.
Good. So, but again, more volunteers are needed to make all those things happen. So, So reach out to Barbara if you'd love to volunteer. If you love, it's a great way. If you're looking to better your community, or if it's high school, kids need hours for community service for graduation, or their nonprofit groups and something they're involved in. Call Barbara, reach out, say, hey,
I mean
the
assistants come out every single Saturday and help us. We also have New Mexico Youth Challenge that comes out and helps us.
Yeah.
We have the Circle K, the Key Clubs.
Nice.
They come out and help us as well. So maybe you have an organization and you'd like something to do in the community, come out and help Main Street.
Every little bit. Nothing in this community happens without the volunteers doing their thing. So
That's right.
Barbara's always appreciate the visit.
Thank you so much, Mike. I enjoy being here.
As always, we do too. Knocking on wood.
Knock on wood.
Rain does not become a problem for anything the rest of this weekend.
The weekend. That's right. We love rain, but can we stop till Monday or something like that?
Or maybe just
during the night.
Late showers during the night. Not enough to mess up setup in the morning, but enough to get some water on the grass out there and everything else, and make it a beautiful morning for the
fall morning.
The final farmers market of 2022.
That's true.
So good deal.
Thank you, Mike.
We'll see you next time.
All
see you here in a little bit. Talking more about some of these other upcoming events coming up, Halloween and everything else. So it is 9:55.